Good evening and welcome back. Today is the 16th day of November 2016. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about illegal immigrants and 121 murders that can be attributed to illegals that were released by the Obama administration. Now this is ridiculous, and I'd like for you folks to follow along with me. I'm going to give you a website where you can see every one of those people who were killed between 2010 and 2016 by illegal immigrants. But let me start by saying that more than 100 immigrants that the Obama administration released into the community went back on to be charged with some subsequent killings. According to government data that was just released last Monday, that raises more questions about whether immigration authorities are doing enough to detail illegal immigrants awaiting deportation. In one case, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, acknowledged that its agents didn't find out about illegal alien immigrants' death threats and court injunctions against him, which should have put him back in the joint. They learned about it after the man was accused of murder. That case was involving Apolinar Altamirano. I think that's his name. I tried to do the best I could. But he's the latest incident of somebody who went through the Obama administration's deportation system and was released, only to go on to be charged with major crimes. I find this to be ridiculous. But ICE officials say that they don't really notify local authorities when they release an immigrant, and they don't have a way of finding out from those authorities whether a former detainee gets into trouble with the law. So they didn't know that Mr. Altamirano's $10,000 bond should have been revoked. Really. They said ICE wasn't aware of the injunctions against Mr. Altamirano until after his January 22, 2015 arrest for first-degree murder, armed robbery, and related offense. The agency said in a letter to Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley, a Republican from Iowa, and Senator Jeff Flake, an Arizona Republican, in whose state this killing occurred. All told, 121 immigrants who were held but eventually released by ICE went on to commit homicide-related offenses from 2010 to 2014. Now this is right coming out of ICE's own records. This is ridiculous. They say they don't have a way to check. They do have a way to check. Everybody has a way to check through the National Crime Information Center, through Regis. There's 1,000 different databases that they can check, because this government knows everything everybody does. They know every time you sneeze, but no, they only tell you we know a little bit. We don't know a lot. Let me tell you, they will tell you the last time you called your mother. But anyway, I said 33 of those that were ordered released by immigration, and another 24 were released because of a 2001 Supreme Court decision that caps the time an immigrant can be detained to 6 months. The majority of the releases were at ICE's discretion. Now that makes me angry. It should make you angry. It should make the relatives of all these victims, these 121 victims, should make them very angry. But ICE also said in their statement that a criminal record isn't enough to qualify for mandatory detention under agency policies. Well, now, let me stop and talk about this just for a second. They're in the country illegally. That's against the law. That's a violation of the federal government's ordinance, the city ordinance, the state ordinance. You can't be here if you're illegal. Illegal is the key word here. Okay, so yeah, that's number one. There's your probable cause. You know he's in here illegally. He's in the jailhouse. check him out, find out he doesn't belong here, put him on a bus, a plane, or a train, and send him back. It's that simple. But ICE goes on to say that when they make custody determinations, they perform an individualized review of the individual's immigration history and criminal history pursuant to the Immigration and Naturalization Act. In accordance with the requirements of the INA, not all criminals are subject to mandatory detention and thus may be eligible for bond. Again, you don't have rights if you are not an American citizen. You have human rights. We got to treat you right, but we don't have to keep you. And they know that. Detention can't be used as further punishment for their crimes for being in the country illegal, but rather must be used as a tool for further deportation. Well, do it. This is what I don't understand, and a lot of people don't understand about this. And then we'll have sanctuary cities, and we'll talk about that. There's over 300 of them. We also have sanctuary counties, where a whole county will not let the local and state authorities help out the federal authorities. Now that right there is against the federal law, but the Obama administration, they don't care. They got a lot of votes out of that. And don't tell me they didn't. So, yes, they've been using these people to their advantage for a long time. They give them driver's license, they give them voter cards in the states that need voter cards, but there's no sense letting them out of prison where they can kill people. If he's a bad guy, they know he's a bad guy. He was in jail for murder. For murder. So, yep, he's a bad guy. So, you don't let him post bond and go back out in the public and kill somebody else. You make him do his time and you get rid of him. Ship him out. Anyway, starting to make me a little angry thinking about this, because the only way it's going to get any better if President-elect Trump stands by his word and starts shipping these people out before they kill any more good Americans. I'm going to leave you, before I go, a website. It's ojjpac.org/sanctuary/ask. I'll leave it down below. Take a look at it. It gives you more information on sanctuary cities, the people that were murdered by illegal aliens from all over the world. Take a look at it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching me today. Please come back and see me. Like and subscribe to my page. Send it to your friends. Tell me what they think. Have a great day.